What is good, y'all? It's your girl Queen B coming to y'all with yet another reaction. Now, the reason why I'm diving into Dick Cheney, however you say the last name, is because I did some content on Liz not too long ago, and y'all were just giving me a lot of information in the comment section and just wanted me to look up to see who her father is and the reason why the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So with that being said, y'all, I'm not going to read this entire thing, but it goes: Richard Bruce Cheney, born January 30th, 1941, an American former politician and businessman who served as the 46th Vice President of the United States from 2001 to 2009 under President George Washington Bush. He has called the most powerful. He was been called the most powerful Vice President in American history. Now, he previously served as the White House Chief of Staff for President Gerald Ford, the U.S. Representative for Wyoming's at-large congressional district from 1979 to 1989. Now, we're not going to get in all that. What was interesting was down here, because y'all said that he had a lot to do with war. He was for it. He was behind it. So as I read in here, let me see. During Cheney's tenure as vice president, he played a leading behind-the-scenes role in the George Washington Bush administration response to September 11th attacks and the coordination of the global war on terrorism. He was an early prompted of invading Iraq, alleging that the Saddam Hussein regime possessed weapons of mass destruction program and had an operational relationship with Al-Qaeda. However, neither allegation was ever sustained. He also pressured the intelligence community to provide the intelligence consistent with the administration rationales for invading Iraq. Cheney was often criticized for the Bush administration policies regarding the campaign against terrorism, for the support of wiretapping by the National Security Agency, NSA, and for his endorsements to the United States Enhanced Interrogation Torture Program. He publicly disagreed with President Bush's position against the same-sex marriage in 2004, but also said it's appropriately a matter for the states to decide. Cheney ended his vice presidential tenure as deeply unpopular figure in America politics with an approval rating of 13%. His peak approval rating in the wake of the September 11 attacks was 68%. Since leaving the vice presidency, Cheney has critical moderate Republican leadership, including Donald Trump, going as far as endorse Trump's challenger in 2024 Democrat Kamala Harris. Okay, so that's just a little history, and as y'all can see that she was getting a lot of backlash because, she was all for, Warren Trump had said something like, what if we stuck her out in the front line? And, so all that chaos broke from that. So I'm just, learning that he had a lot to do with, some of these wars that took place. So with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and dive into the video, which is titled, What Lunatic Thought It Was a Good Idea? Cenk, don't know how to say that last name. Uygur slams Harris for campaigning with Liz Cheney. Y'all, let's dive into the video, and then we're going to chop it up towards the end. Let's go. I got my boy Charlie on here. Let's get it.
So Cenk, the spirit of inviting you is that there's some confusion of these divides of right versus left, populist versus corporatist. I guess a good opening would be, as a man in the progressive movement, as one of the leaders of the progressive movement, what do you make of this last year, the state of the Democrat Party, and kind of American politics from the more progressive left perspective?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm proud to represent the left flank of the populist movement, and I think we need both flanks, so I'm happy to have this conversation. In terms of what has gone wrong in the Democratic Party, it's the same thing that went wrong in the Republican Party, but I do have to give you guys credit for a revolution well done.
Come on now. Thank you.
And what I mean by that is not a revolution against the Democratic Party or the left or the country, but a revolution against the establishment. So I knew you guys were for real in fighting against the establishment when I started going on right-wing shows and I would say something negative about Mitch McConnell. And when I did that in the past, what I would get back is, oh, no, Mitch McConnell's great. Pelosi's terrible, but Mitch McConnell's great.
Let's do that here. What do you guys think of Mitch McConnell?
All right. Yes. I love that. So look, for my left-wing friends that are watching out there, they just booed Mitch McConnell. That's a great thing, okay? And let's do one more. What do you guys think about Dick Cheney?
We just learned about him, so big boo 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 boo.
My left-wing friends out there, we have been waiting for the right-wing populists to boo Mitch McConnell and Dick Cheney our whole lives. Take the win. Take the win. Now, what we need to do in the Democratic Party is we need to do likewise. We need to have a revolt against the Joe Bidens, the Kamala Harrises, and the Nancy Pelosi.
Clean house, clean house.
And the Hillary Clintons, and now all of a sudden the Dick Cheneys. What are they doing on our side? Are you guys nuts? Right?
I have to interject. When all of a sudden Kamala Harris is doing the Liz Cheney thing, I said, does she want to lose? I mean,
what's amazing is I said the same thing. Look, Dick Cheney polls at 13%. What lunatic thought it was a good idea to wrap yourself around Dick Cheney? I mean, when we started the Young Turks 22 years ago, longest running show in internet history, first ever YouTube partner with original YouTubers, one of the driving forces was get Dick Cheney out of office, right? And now for Kamala Harris to come full circle and say, oh, I've got 90 corporate CEOs backing me, and I've got all these executives on my side, and I've got Dick Cheney and Liz Cheney on my side. It's so counterproductive. It's not what the left wing stands for. It's not what the Democratic Party should be about. So the problem is the establishment. They are controlled by the donor class, and mainstream media is their marketing arm. They do not do news. They do propaganda. And one more thing. What I want you guys to recognize is that mainstream media you think is against you. You think they're against the right wing. But they also hate Bernie Sanders. And they also hate me. And they also hate the populists on the left. What mainstream media really loves is the establishment and the elites. They're against all of us combined. And if we dare unite on issues we agree on, they will be livid, and it'll be a beautiful day in America.
Mr. Trump just didn't give me a job that Christmas Day.
Mr. Trump just didn't give me a job that Christmas Day. He turned my life around. I reacted to that, y'all. And some of y'all were saying, no sound, no sound. Well, unfortunately, when that happens, hang on.
So Cenk,
most of
the
the
spirit
time,
of inviting you is that
most of the time when that happens, it be due to like copyright issues. So they be like erase the song or mute it and stuff like that. But on that particular video, there was nothing else going on there. It was just him, dapping everybody up, Trump dapping everybody up. But they muted the sound on there because copyright issues. Okay. Anywho, y'all, but as y'all can see, we know that he is Cenk is a leftist all day or whatnot. Now he was giving credit where credit is due. The thing is, and what I think needs to be done is the Democrat Party cleaning up their mess and really putting people in place who really value the policy and the American people. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, this go time, y'all, a lot of people were tired of the lies. They were tired of hearing them say, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Or not even only that, people didn't, could not abide by their policies. Like some of the stuff that they were saying and doing, it just does not line up with me. It doesn't line up with my life. Like, why would I want to, force certain things on children and taking hard-earned money that we are working so hard for and going to go pay other countries to do whatever they need to do when the money clearly needs to stay here. We're clearly in debt. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, taking the money to make sure their pockets are fat and their families are safe and straight and everybody around them are straight except for the actual American people. Make that make sense. Everything is tax high. Taken out of our taxes, and we still are sitting here and are hurt and in debt. Like, make all that make sense. Yes, we want change. We want change and we want to see it now. Now, the funny thing that I am seeing is a lot of people that are on the left are literally doing like he's doing and giving credit and saying, hey, they need to do this, they need to do that. As you can see, though, on the left, they are still a mess. They are still creating a mess. Like, at this point, they're digging their own hole. And hopefully they all can come up out of there because we're not even doing it for them. They're doing it for themselves. And it's crazy. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's chop it up in the comment section. What are y'all thoughts on him? I used to watch the show, a lot. And then I realized, here's the thing. A lot of stuff I used to watch. And yes, I'm going to sit here and say, no, I no longer watch because I have grown over these past 2 years and I want to continue to grow. If it doesn't align up with me and what I have going on in my life, then I don't want no parts of it. And not only that, I've been on this journey of learning. So, I just don't want to go backwards anymore. I've done that. I've been there. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to move forward. You know what I'm saying? But I have been noticing a lot of the left lately have been getting credit where credit is due, which is cool. But it's like, stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? Stay where you at. Then again, it's like, okay, I was once on that side and discovered my journey and stuff like that and was accepted in, but I was actually the ones who really just didn't know, didn't care to know until it was like, let me look into this. Now let me look into this. Now let me look into this. And now let me look into this. And almost 3 years later, boom, here I am. Okay. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Thank y'all for all the love and support. Until the next reaction, be safe, remain safe. I'm out.